Guy
I'm feeling like
hiding under the microphone. Do I have a shadow on my face?
a little bit like on that side, but only because the light's coming from your
Talking about
right.
shadows down here. 97.5, The Cough. That's what's
So what's
up.
the game?
Okay, tell me about the Capitol Hill. Somebody you know.
Oh, before the dude was even going down there, I told him that there was facial recognition cameras and
You're telling me you know somebody that went down to that thing.
Yeah, like before he went, I was going to go with him, but I know how I am, and
Did
I
you
didn't
talk-
want to get in all this
Did you talk
madness.
did you talk to your brother about that by any crazy chance? Because
No.
I actually messaged Chad that day and I said, "What are you doing, man? You want to go down and check this out?" And then I think he was already all over it. He'd had nothing. He knew there was nothing good that was going to come out of that.
No, I knew shit was going to go down. I just didn't want to be involved.
Good
I
man.
didn't know
Yeah,
where I would.
That's
I
right.
didn't know where I would draw the line, and then I also, thinking back on it, as it was breached, I don't know if I was close enough, if I wouldn't have wanted to be a part of it myself. So
That's exactly right. I look
That's
back
why
and
I
I'm
didn't
like,
go.
oh, man, I was in the right place that day.
yeah,
Persuasion is key. Like, would you have let your body start to listen to other people's screaming influence you? You know, that noise sure does kind of clutter
and
your
it wasn't
thoughts.
it wasn't all, like some sides of the Capitol had protective fronts, and then other sides, they were welcoming the people in. So it wasn't like you saw, on camera. There was
I think
parts.
I see what you're saying. It's almost like there's still tours going on that day.
yeah, and there could have been,
And they just the public's welcome in this part. They usually don't go to this part.
Or-
so the
or the
guys
whole-
ran through and got to the back doors and opened them up to let in the mob.
the whole one side was being remodeled. They had all the
Bad timing, one might say. Hey guys, don't walk
Or
there. The
good-
drywall's still
or
drying.
good timing. Let's send
Somebody-
people
how
down
would
to
you
the
like-
Capitol.
How would you feel laying a tile floor and it's still set and all these fucking assholes come stomping in all over
That's
it?
how it was. All the scaffolding lined up one side of the building, so it's safe to say that probably was an easy penetration point. Let's pull this piece of plywood down. Boom. You're
Hey
right.
Larry, bring that scaffolding that people could easily climb up and access the Capitol building, though they might be rioting. Let's move that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, boss.
And
We're
then,
taking a union break.
so there may have been planted people to start stuff, let's say, on this side, and then other people here, and some free American patriots over here,
What
and they're
was
all
his-
pissed off at the same time. They all see their own little entrance point, and they break through. They said they went through the building, and they were kind of being held back, and then they pierced through. You seen them kind of like fighting, pushing back and forth. No one was shooting or hurting anybody or knifing or stabbing, but they were just using physical force and power in numbers and pushing them back, and then they'd pierce one layer of security. They'd get further into the building. Then they'd pierce another. And my buddy said he went like 3 layers of that piercing to where they were almost into like the cabinet area where you seen the one.
Where only the strongest swimmers make it. The guy with the horns will be first. He was meant to lead. I laughed so.
I can't believe he was as strong as sperm. I figured he was
That's
the
how it
one out
works.
there taking the
how
photo
it
op.
works.
He's on the main picture, and he went
Isn't that how it works?
all the way through the
Buffalo
fallopian
Bill.
tube.
With the buffalo hat. That was wild to see, and that's what I'm trying to say is like, you've said it best. Where the fuck would I have drawn the line? Oh, hey, we're all about to walk over, and it's like, well, I guess I'm in D.C. I might as well see the Capitol building. A mile walk's gonna warm you up a little on a cold day.
Well, the problem with that whole day was there was nothing going on, no broadcasting, no one talking about it on the news. And then all of a sudden, this stuff happened at the Capitol building, and then now it's all over. Everyone hears about what's going on. Now there's a march for Trump. Before that, it wasn't even talked about. That whole morning, it wasn't talked about on the news. You couldn't hear nothing about Trump. You're like looking on Facebook. Is this even happening?
Yeah.
So then whatever. I saw a few friends send me some messages and posts, and we're sharing stuff. And then as soon as they stormed the Capitol, boom, the march for Trump is, and it was just amazing.
Why do I laugh? You can't help that, somebody somewhere along the way, when you're in a party and there's a lot of people and you're all there for the same reason, which is to be there, you already feel like these are people you can trust. Climb this fucking wall, bro. We're going to the top. You ain't partied in 25 years, you old bastard. Now climb up here and let's fucking show how we did it back in college. Let's show them we can still do it. And they're all falling off the wall. Hey, and then I see on Facebook or one of these platforms that somebody got canceled. Like, they were doing well, and all the liberals just lit him up because he took a picture of himself down there that day. Had nothing to do with the Capitol building, and then cancel culture comes and just starts cutting house. I see an economic, attack.
I don't know if that was
with those people. Everybody that Mike Lindell for My Pillow. He's getting canceled.
Yeah, that was
now.
one of them.
He's getting canceled now, and he says they're all just bots and shit. That's that, like, online. You can have a bot set up to just be a person, damn well, and then it just literally seeks out businesses to bring down our economy just for a kick in the nuts. Who's at it? What's the plan? World power? I don't know. That's my thought around it. Right. Take it or leave it. There's something going on there. It's not like I took a My Pillow home, and I gotta be honest, this thing's a piece of shit. And he likes Trump. I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna shut this motherfucker down. Or is it people that are burning down buildings and they're behind this? They're just an angry mob of onliners canceling, wanting to get shit shut down, and the impact that would have on the economy. It's something to think about.
Could just be another coincidence. He's, going through something. Had some changes in business, and then they blame it on the coincidental happenstance that he supports Trump, and he's going through his turbulent times, and then they just relate the two, and we draw the lines, and it gives them more opportunity to distract the masses from what's really going on. Now we're talking about this pillow guy, and I've seen him all over too. It's not
exposure.
Yeah, it's. I'm just saying it's not.
See him, the more pillows.
The fact you even brought him up, I'm like, why is everyone seeing this idiot? And it is a big deal.
Well, it's either him or Bernie and Mittens.
Yeah.
Pick something. You got to give him something to shove up your ass.
Yeah.
Entertainment's. Look, here I am trying to keep.
I liked the one the Browns were doing decent gave us a break from all the bull on the Facebook.
It was a feeling that came through the area. It was kind of like, holy shit, guys, you seeing this? Yeah.
And then when they beat Pittsburgh for the playoffs,
who doesn't love that from Cleveland?
Did they win the first one of the last two, or did they won both of those, or just the second one? Did Steelers beat them in the season?
I was a bad person to ask that question too. I wasn't on top of it. I watched the first one, and the first one I was like,
and who won?
Did we really do that? I think they beat them twice, didn't they?
So then they had to win twice, yeah. But when they beat them because
I was up in Cleveland
the
last
playoffs,
time that happened in like July, and we were on a rooftop or June or something. Oh my God, there was thousands of people, and they watched the Browns wipe the floor of the Steelers, and the shit people were buying fucking drinks, and it was a bad day to be wearing a Steelers jersey.
I remember last year saying even if the Browns beat the Steelers, that's like our Super Bowl, and then doing it twice and once in the playoffs. And I didn't even think about it then, but after it happened, then my own words rang clear in my memory. Like that's like, and then I seen someone else post that was our Super Bowl, and they, for real,
that's a good way to put it.
Beating the Steelers, our rival in the playoffs.
We'll make the swim next year, but this year let's just come up for we can call it. Let's be done. We got the Steelers.
Let's put it all on the line here. We got to at least beat these idiots.
All that matters really is if the Browns beat the Steelers
twice. Well, I don't know. I think the